It's Sunday morning and the sun is shining, but it's extremely windy. So I don't know how much of this you can actually hear. Hello friends, it's your favorite neighborhood nerd, Simone. I'm here with my snippets from my desk. Not sure if I'm able to get to edit them tonight. It's my youngest 16th birthday, and instead of filming snippets, I made easy banana cupcakes with espresso chocolate frosting. That is a recipe by Half Baked Harvest, and I will link it in the description box below because they are awesome. I really like them. I took a hike yesterday in the morning up the mountain, and it felt so odd, like ghost town, ghost city, nothing there. And then we found a rusty old car. The door moves in the wind. There you go. Oh my god. Isn't this like super spooky? On our way trekking up the mountain, and the incline was the steepest I have gone in a long time. So I'm gonna put the footage up here over what I'm talking right now so you can see. And then the unfortunate thing about that type of nature is that you cannot see the depth of the valleys and the canyons and the mountains. But I'm going to show you anyway, and I hope you can just imagine how vast and just stunning this is. I say this all the time, I'm always so amazed at how much beauty you can see in something that looks so off, so disgusting from a distance. It's very rough, but it's very beautiful as well. So I hope you were able to see all the things, all the snippets that I filmed along the way. Let me know if you are interested in seeing more of my hikes and adventures that I'm on when I'm out with Max, because there's a lot of stuff to find and see. In the comments down below, I would love to hear. So I'm gonna start filming right now, and maybe when I come back later from our afternoon birthday activity, we're going to do an escape room. But you might remember me finding or trying inks to find a pencil ink, and I got more. I have now a 15 milliliter bottle of Kirisame, as well as a sample of Kaweco Smokey Grey. And I want to swatch them, and I think I'm going to swatch them right here. Oh my gosh, my water is super dirty. Not good. I need to empty it out just when I leave. I want to swatch this right here. So, because I actually really want to, this might actually be very much great. English is not. What other swatching tool did I use last time for this? Because this is definitely not the dip nib here. Maybe I used this. Yep, clean. And this one is Pilot. Why these did not work for me is that graphite is more red leaning than I thought it was going to be, and so that is not an option. But this Kirisame is really good. Now I'm like, I should have gotten I think Kirisame is discontinued. I should have gotten a full bottle when I was still able to. Like, not a 50 milliliter bottle, a 50 milliliter bottle. And yes, here is my dirty water. So what I want to talk about today, we'll see how far we get, is I want to do the sailor, I want to do the swatches for these inks, and then ink up my Sailor Pro Gear with one of those two. Where's a sample vial holder? This one was sent to me by my friend Shauna, but this actually was made by, I forgot, Sion from, I think, Paper Tales. I will link her information down below. This is so beautiful and so pretty. The last time I used it, I think the last time I used it, I tipped it over, so I'm a little hesitant. And then this one is Kaweco Smokey Grey. This is even more red leaning. And a tiny bit lighter. Which one would you use? This is an extra fine, so I'm like, oh no. Possibly someone commented on that other video. It feels drier than Kirisame Kaweco. What was it called? Smoky Grey. This is almost too light. I can't, especially with how it wrote out of this Iroshi's Pilot Iro Utsushi dip nib. I'm a little hesitant to put this into the Sailor Pro Gear, but then also, why not try it and then rule it out right away, right? So I think that's what I'm going to go with. I think my chances are better with Kirisame. However, I want to try this first so that I can say, no, it's not good enough. Let me dump it, clean it, and then ink it with Kirisame. Also, the question is, why would I fall in love with an ink that has been discontinued? Why? Okay, I need a paper towel, which I don't have. I feel like it would be a really cool idea for me to go and grab a big roll of paper towels and just keep it at my desk. Well, don't you think that would be a cool idea? Wow. Did I not just ink it through the nib? Why is it not flowing? This is already a bad sign. Okay, let's try again. What? There we go. Not sure what is happening here, because this is actually and usually a very smooth writer. Well, This might be a pencil contender if it gets its act together. Why does it look like the tines are misaligned? Sailor, Pro Gear. I did not expect this to come out this stark from this pen, so I am actually pretty surprised, and I like it. It's not as blue as the others, which is really cool because that's exactly what I didn't like about these three, especially the Silver Pro Gear with Diamine Earl Grey. This Kaweco Smokey Grey can be a contender, and it's definitely an ink that is affordable and readily available as a, you know, pencil pen. So I'm glad I did. I'm trying this right now. And then I also have not inked up my planner pen lately, which is actually causing some trouble. So that is the next thing that I want to do on my list of things. Or maybe, do you need to agitate pigment inks or not? If you have an answer, I'd love to hear. I am going to ink this with a syringe. This is supposed to be clean. This is the converter that I used. I just, when I clean out my permanent pen pairings, I usually use a sonic cleaner because it's just so much so much harder to clean. And then I just look for, I just hope that it's working, because I am not able to get it all the way clean. I just need this to be clean and then partially clean, basically. Okay, so I'm getting ink here. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove this converter again. This is messy. I should have left my paper towel up here. And then pull it all the way back. I hope I'm getting the air bubbles out. Let's see how this is going to work. And if there's ink coming out of the nib. Oh, you know what I could do? I could just put all of this ink back here. I have a jar back here where I put all the pens and inks and things that I need to clean. All right. Here we go. I filmed my 8 pen questions video yesterday. It's coming out toward the end of the month, and I find it really interesting. Sometimes you don't really notice what you're actually doing until you talk about it. And basically my motto right now for all of my things hobby is to angst them. Yes, I love the word angst. To be able to fully enjoy them without having some sort of anxiety rummaging around. I hate feeling anxious about things that are supposed to bring me joy. And the reason why I feel angst about these or anxious about these things is because I set up rules, I have expectations, I do all of those different things that sometimes help me enjoy a hobby, but also sometimes basically stifle my creativity and stop and block this hobby from being fun. So that is all what I'm about right now. I'm trying to break out of my own shell, you know? Oh my gosh. I said this in my other video. It's so shaky. So I need to figure that out. Loco is up here with me today. It is Max, as usual. And in theory, he's sleepy. So it might be quiet. You might hear something. We'll see how this goes. Here's a little Ko-fi gold update. I have number cards 1 through 10 done. Okay, where's number 8? Oh, I remember. It's still in the scanner. But all those scrap papers that I made, they look amazing too. And so I'm currently debating between getting ones numbers on these cards and then sending each Ko-fi member an individually made set of cards from 1 through 10. That's where I am at right now. So I've been thinking about some ideas that I could do. One of them could actually be, let me see if this is water, like just plain water. Let me try this on here. What happens if I write on here with a water brush? Can I, no, doesn't look like it, right? No. Well, I feel like I see something. Okay, let me see if I can scrub this off here. Huh, I need to play with this some more because I believe I can see something. Ah, look at this. I don't know. I feel like I could do something with this. And then maybe, let me see what I have. This is too much. I'm looking for something green that I could pair with this card. So what if I... I think I like this. Let me know what you think. If you're a Ko-fi member and you're going to receive a card like this, would you want an individually made one? Or, I mean, I only have to do 50 more. That's nothing. Yeah, I'm really curious to hear what you think. I have so many ideas right now, and it feels like something that I would want to do because I can, right? Not sure what I would put here, but maybe this is not a lot. Maybe these are not even. It's super stormy here. It's like, can you hear it? Whoa. So I already have 30, I believe, for these ones. Now I sorted them by things I thought would go well together. I could stamp some, and then this one, of course, so that's number. I scanned them in this number set, and this would be then the printable, I believe. But I have so many things in my head that I could still do with these and inks. So yeah, you know, why stifle that creativity that wants to come out? So that's one thing, the number cards. And then, what I still need to do, even no matter what I decide to do, is I still need to, yeah, so the dog jumped onto my chair, which is too small, but I have an ottoman, I think, I don't know, the little thingy that goes in front of it where you put up your legs. What's that called? Hocker in German. Hocker. Why do you not have a word like this? Stool? I don't know. So if I push it all the way to the chair, he can sit on there. You know what? I'm just going to show you. This is what it looks like. And he's so tired and sleepy. And so I pushed it all the way back to the chair. But then I also needed to make sure that he would sleep with his head toward me, because those buttons in the back of the chair, they are very, very tempting. And I don't want him to, this is new. I got it 2 weeks ago. So I want this to be as cute as possible, or long lasting as possible. For the ton of interruptions, but I just needed to show you. I am looking for the March paper that I prepared because I'm so dang scared to actually write with the water brush. And so I thought, you know what? If I'm gonna mess it up, maybe we can mess it up together-ish. Oh, here it is. So what I want to do is I want to use, did I scan this in already? I thought I was going to scan this in. I think I'm gonna be right back. Give me just a second. And here's the water brush that I want to use. I am back. So the problem is that I'm scared. And what I'm thinking right now is maybe, hey dude, oh my God, so many interruptions. So that would mean March has 5 letters. Yeah, I need to figure this out. So M-A-R-C-H. So C would go here. No, no, so stupid. Okay. R A, no, M. M is here. A, R. For some reasons, my R's never look, this one looks like it's super sad and falling down here. March. So I want this to kind of put this here so that, and I have, okay, I don't know, I'm so scared. But if I fuck it up, it's okay. How big do I want the letters to be? Maybe from here to here? I'm going in. I'm going in. I'm doing this right now. This is exactly what I thought it was going to look like. Okay, I'm already a little off. Okay, so let me just clean it here. There's a lot of water coming out of this thing. So I'm going to do the H before I squeeze in the C back here. Maybe I need to get water off. Oh no! Ugh, I should have done the H like here. Okay, and then the C is going to be very narrow, but that's okay. Well, this is the best that I could do. I thought this was going to look like this. Maybe it's not perfect, but it's better than I ever imagined. It's so cool. Oh my God, it's so cool. It's so cool. Ha, do you want to look at this? Maybe I can. Now the question is, am I ruining it if I go over? There's some sort of resistance right here. Let's see if I can get the... Okay, this is all I'm going to do with this. I'm going to scan this in later and then have it for my Ko-fi subscribers, members, whatever, as a printable if you want it. Oh my God, I love this. Oh my God, this is so much better than I thought it was going to be. Oh my God, I'm so excited. Ah! Okay. So... let me talk about Happy Mail first and then show you my journal, because at first I thought I was going to show you my knitting journal that I have started, that I started a long time ago. Long time ago. I can still remember. La 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 la. I got Happy Mail yesterday. And I want to show you what I got, because all of it is amazing. 2 friends sent me mail. This one is a letter, or was where the letter was housed, from my friend Lorelei. You can find her on Handmade by Lorelei. And I love this. And I am so going to copy this for my Ko-fi Happy Mail for the month of, for this first quarter. I think I can put those cards would fit really well in here. I really want to make this. So yeah, let's see. Maybe I'm not going to make it. I'm always very ambitious when I'm in that creative mood. And then I'm like, okay, well, the date is March 29th. I want to send those out by March 31st. Maybe I shouldn't, but my idea right now is that I would send one of those folders with the cards that I made. Because who doesn't love one of those? I also, just if you're, I don't want to throw this away. I'm like, I enjoyed this already. This is so awesome. I really don't want to stuff it in a box. So what I will do is when I send out a letter to a friend, I will reuse this. But what I will do when I send this out, I will always like, you know, like this folder was made for me by, I thought you would love this. And I want to repurpose it so people know that this wasn't made by me, this wasn't my idea, but I want you to enjoy it too. And then she also included, look at this, an ink swatch monster. How awesome is this? Oh my gosh, I have friends that are so talented, because I wouldn't have never seen this in that. And then Claudia sent me this. This is a gouache painting. Now, maybe I can ask her, maybe next time I can show you the original photo, because I don't remember. This is a photo that I shared with her, and she took it as inspiration for this gouache painting. This is Max. And also I dumped him downstairs with someone else. And I love how this looks. I want to put it in a frame and hang it on my wall. It's so pretty. As I said, I have the most talented friends. And then she also, now, Claudia, for real, I'm not really sure. Do you want me to pay for these? I would totally do that. Now that you sent them over and I swatched them, I'm not gonna let go of them. So this is a 12 pan set from A. Gallo Colors, watercolors, handmade in Assisi. Our watercolors are crafted according to traditional recipe of raw pigments, gum arabic, local honey, and rosemary essential. Do they smell? Hold. Yes, they smell kind of woodsy. Rosemary essential oil. And these colors, look what they look like in my not here. In my 68 Tomoe River paper, Sanzen paper, I want to use these to sketch. I'm normally using, no, I put it away and I don't know where it is. I'm using this Art Toolkit watercolor palette that I put together based on a blog post by Jane Hayes, I believe. I might be totally off. I will put the link to this in the description box below. Not to this palette, but to the inspiration that led me to pick those colors that I have here and to set it up this way. And I want to replace this for a little bit with this. Now, that leads me to my pouch problem. I seem to have a ton of pouch problems. And I think what I'm going to do is gather up some things. This is going into my planner. All the things that I normally use in my small setup, and see if I can find a pouch that will accommodate everything, including this. And we can try them out and check what they look like and how I feel about it. I've been really tempted since I received this. I thought I was totally fine on not purchasing the cube from Esterbrook. And if you haven't watched Brittany's Carrots and Olives video on that, there's two things that keep me off buying it right now. I'm not saying I'm not going to buy it, but I did not think it was that tiny in width. It's as big in size as this rickshaw case. That, like the width, I think it's a little higher, but maybe only like so. I thought it was definitely going to be like an A5 size container pouch thingy. And that was like, whoa, I did not think this was so tiny. And what I also didn't like was that it didn't lay flat like this. So I will be back in a moment with all the pouches that I have. The reason why I think the cube could work well for this is because I could put these pens all into, or even all of this into the one side with the 5 pen slots. I'm not sure if it would be possible, for instance, to put 2 of these narrower pens into one of those slots. And so, you know, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's already 5. So that would not work for this. So this would need to find a different place. And because this is so thick, I could put it into the, because it's thicker, it could fit into the rest because it's a cube, you know, there's a lot of space on the other side. But if it's not laying flat and I always have to fight it, that would be deterring for me. I have thought, so my idea would be, if I am using a different pouch, not something minimalistic like this, then I wanted to house at least this item as well. Let me check what else is in here. Maybe even one of those clips here. Yeah, that is basically it. Everything else is surplus. Well, this is something that I used to use quite a bit. I'm not really reaching for it. Maybe I can put it aside. But scissors, glue stick, and a clip is always something that I want to have handy when I'm journaling. So let's just look if, so this would fit in here, but I definitely wouldn't get this here. So what if I put it in the middle? And then what else? Okay, so if I'm just going to move this in here with the palette, then let's put the fountain pens in the slots here, plus the water brush, and then put the rest over on this side. So will this work? How do I feel? What I find not so cool about this setup is that I feel like my pens cracky. Sounds odd. So what if I put this over here? Would this give me enough buffer? Yeah. So I don't want this hard metal tin to be alongside these pens. It feels to me like this is an easy way to break the pens, even though I don't think this would be an issue, but this would totally work. It opens up wide enough so if I'm sketching, I can take this out. What I like about this is that it opens flat. This is an option, but knowing me, I'm not someone who loves putting things back like this. If I pick one pen for journaling, this doesn't really matter to me much because I'm taking it, I'm writing with it, I'm writing a page, half a page, putting it back, picking a different pen. That works for me, but not when I'm switching between pencil, water brush, maybe the eraser, and then the pen, the fountain pens. If it's so hard to access it, then I'm most likely ending up with a huge mess next to me on the couch or something like that. This is definitely better for that. So yes, it would work. Not for me, probably. I also have this koozie case, but I think that is exactly the same problem, just in green instead of pink. The problem with the koozie case, and what I didn't know, was that it's even harder to access than the Sinclair. But just for funsies, let's put pens here. So I could do this, because maybe you never know, what these I think I would just throw in like that, which would mean they would touch the metal case of the watercolor set, but I don't really, none of these pens is precious, so that it would mean that I can't have them touch it. And then let's see if this will fit. Yes. Scissors. Yes. Clip I could put on top. So this would work. I actually think that in the case that I was going to use a rickshaw case, I would probably use the koozie case before I would use the Sinclair. And the reason is that I can take this out and I can take this out separately. And then I have enough space, and very loose space as that, to pull out and throw back in all the things. And then I have my fountain pens here, and I could put those next to me on the couch and pull them out as needed. I'm also always thinking about Max, if he grabs this and runs away, or if he grabs this would work. And yes, trying to train him not to run away, but, or do naughty things, but sometimes that just happens. Now I brought out this Delphonics pouch. This is the medium size. And I think, just so that you can see and compare, this is the koozie case, is basically half the size. Sinclair, same. This pen case, this is just way too big. And everything that I need, like the minimal setup that I want, is too big and just way too over the top for this. It might work with the little one that I have in use in my handbag. I would have to pull that out. Yeah. not working for me. I'm not even gonna try. I just wanted to show it to you so you could see, or let me. What's this? A stencil that was forgotten. I guess nobody really, so I could, yeah, this will work, but it's kind of overkill. Like there's so much room left and I don't need that. And it's too big, you know, I want it small, compact, easy to pack, put into a bag and go. Not that I really go anywhere, like just from here to the table downstairs to the couch. The last one that I have, and this seems to be the most promising of them all, is this Liquid Lab case, pen case book type. I bought this from Amazon a while ago, and I'm actually currently storing all of my stamping stuff in here, but that is not, or there is some stamp sets in here, but this is not something that needs to be in there. And so I can just see how I would like to set this up. I don't need any of these pockets here. Would we do this way? How would we do this? How would you set it up? Do you have an idea, maybe a better one than I have that I just don't see right now? Let me know in the comments down below, because I think this is almost too fat for this. Maybe if I swap it out with a smaller one. Not happening. So it doesn't need to go all the way in. So maybe if I just, yeah, that's too much. My idea is to just have this in here and then put all the rest down here. So we could put this here, this here, this up here. Cat hair. So let's look at this again. Here's the watercolor set, the glue, scissors, the fountain pens, the other pens, and the clip. Well, this is definitely something that could work for now. What do we think if we, I just want to see, I'm just playing around. I would never, like if it's so, nope, too fat. You know, I'm playing. I don't know. It doesn't satisfy me as much as, for instance, this one does. Another option that I have is, instead of spending the money on the cube, my friend Shauna, Serial Nana here on YouTube, used some of her watercolors and wet them down, and then I'm not sure how she exactly did it, and then scratched them out and moved them over into these pans and was able to make a set like this. Now that could be something that I could do for this set. I know that I remember that when I watched her video, it looked like it was a tedious work job, that it was really tough to do. And I also don't know if and how long it would take, and if does it do anything to the watercolors in general, like to the integrity of the color. I'm not really sure about that. So I think until I'm sure that this is what I want to use for long term or for now, I'm just gonna leave this here. Or what I could do, I just had an idea, because I'm that person who always has ideas. So let's do this. And this. And yes, I totally know that this is not as sturdy as maybe this. No, is there a difference? Not really, though. And pencils, so everything else goes here. So, because I'm going back to minimalism, I'm putting these aside. Then I could, where's the green palette? I could put the green palette right here, just so. And then, I mean, this is super long, but what do we think about this? Okay. I don't know. Yeah, this looks weird and odd, but of all the options that I have right now, this is the one that I feel most comfortable with. Why? I'm so odd. Oh, you're so vain. La 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 la. Yeah, you're so. Wow. I should not sing because that scares away everyone. So, tried all the pouches. None of them I like as much as I like this one. Also, have you seen this? Oh my god. I mean, the sea is a little squashy, whooshy, bushy, but I love this anyway. So cool. Oh my god. I should have just moved this over here because I have this over on this side all the way to the edge. And then the sea would have had exactly the space that it would need. Bummer. But I still like it a lot. So, let's talk about my journal as the very last thing that I'm doing today. And look at the opportunities. We are not calling them failures. We're calling them opportunities for creativity. I really like how all of this looks here. I was going to stick this in here. I haven't done this yet. I probably should just do it. How? I need to cut off something here and some of the top, so I'm not doing it right now. And then I did a mail tracking thing here. which looks really lovely. Same here. Oh man, I wanted to take photos of the stickers and the collage paper, which I haven't found yet. January looked really lovely. February. Seems like someone completely fell off, right? March. Haven't even done anything with this yet. So I thought we could do this, but let's flip through the rest of this. My Techo Kaigi is not here yet. I bought a stamp set from Everyday Explorers Co. for this spread. Yep. Deep breaths. I'm really trying to, first of all, call myself out on things when I notice them. And also to really just stop the spending. So here, I love how this looks. I think this is over the top. Takes too much time because look at this, nothing here. I do have some bullet points that I could add here. But also the big thing is that I don't have the time to catch up. So if either I'm doing it right when it happens or I'm not. This is one of the prompts that will go on the back of my dice cards. Same here. There's open spaces everywhere. I think this is the most complete. No, the first one was also very similarly. Wow. My battery was not full, but empty. That's what I was talking. And so it skipped. So where was I? I said that this was the most complete. It's not. They're very similar in completion stages. And this is where some of the ink of my parallel bled through to the other side. I had a bleeding issue here as well with the Pelikan M800. So luckily I hadn't journaled on this side yet, so I just covered it up a little bit. And then I had this stamping mishap, so, you know. I'm looking for ways to fill the pages without over asking myself to do stuff. There was a weird space, so I put some washi tape down here. I still think it's not the most perfectest page here, but in the grand scheme of things, I still like it enough to keep it. I mean, I don't really, even if I don't like it, I'll still leave it in the journal. Let's just get that straight. But if I have 52 weeks times 2, 102 spreads, if I don't necessarily care for one of them, that's fine. I still haven't finished this. That was cool. This is nice. And this is where I fizzled out. I really love how the idea to just have some speech bubbles kind of and capture 3 things. I don't know what I wanted to do here. Flaked off again. And the thing is, I don't really know why, because maybe you think differently about this than I. I don't think this is super highly invested, actually. And still I'm not able to journal, even though it's not a lot. It's like this much. But also I think I'm waiting too long to actually journal instead of doing it in the moment. And this is where I fell off here. So this is one spread that I made, and then I completely flaked out. I decided I kept journaling in this small journal during February, but I also had some open pages somewhere else. Where was that? I don't know. Oh yeah, beginning of March. So I finished my ink challenge right here, and then we had the 29th. There was no 29th in 2025, so I have this left open, and then I completely flaked off journaling. I didn't journal until the 6th. And so I used this to write a list of things that I want to do. This basically was while I was working on my room, getting it set up, moving it all up here. That's why I didn't have time to journal. I decided, well, first of all, I really liked how this looks, and I really like how this is. Even though I did these bubble letters, it still was very doable. Less invested than this, for sure. So one thing was, I really want to use my fountain pens more in this journal. And then I also made a list of things that I want to add in here or do daily logging. I want to put all of these anxiety things here and the resolution that I made. So I have this here as a catch-all of the things that I missed during the time that I didn't put anything in here. And so I just want to move this over here and use as much space as I want to or can. And then in March, I decided, you know what? Before I'm going to buy a new journal with different types of paper, let me just use what I have. And the first idea was to disregard the dates. I said that previously, but what if I just sit down every day-ish and do a tiny daily loggy thing here, and then use my colored fountain pens to journal and see how that goes. And this is how it's been going. And I really like how this looks. So I've been doing this since the 8th, so a week. And I never felt overwhelmed by how I worked on this. So maybe this is the way to move forward in the future. I did this currently inked in here just to test and see how the paper would react to fountain pen inks, various different nib sizes, water. And look at this. There's no bleed through at all. Same here. So what I decided to do is just go with it and see how it goes. And if at some point it bleeds through so badly that I cannot live with this anymore, then I might find a different solution. That's where I'm at, and I decided to catch up in this and at least document the things that I currently have here, and then maybe I even go back and retrace some of the mail steps. And I thought we could do this together if you still have time. I do. Okay, this I want to put down here. The reason why I brought this out is because I love taking off the stamps from envelopes and sticking them in here. So I guess I got a letter from Kirsten. Oh my God. Sorry, Kirsten. I don't know why, but I've been thinking your name. I know that it's not what I want to say, but then I pick the wrong one every time. I really like this one. It's very similar to the one that we have here in the States, the Send More Mail or love letter thingy-majig, the red one with the folded bird. Well, similar. It's just the same concept. I also think I need this sticker here, because why not? Okay, then I got a package from Wendy Sue with, here, Wendy Sue, this is, I don't even know if I said this before, but this is the Chic Sparrow that you sent me, and I'm using my YouTube notebook in here. And this is a nib wipe. I'm just like, you know, foraging through all the Happy Mail ephemera that I was sent and sticking it in here. I kind of want to put these more on one of my journals on the outside. So I need to pull that out and check where there is space for it. This one, I got samples. I have a lot of things that I can film, but I'm actually trying to film less. That is one of those, sounds weird, right? The reason behind the film less is that I often don't do things because I feel like I want to make a video about it, but I don't have the time for that right now. And so I don't do it because I'm not filming. This is super cute. No. Right here is good. And I think, do I have a pen that I can use to write? Those came last week in and then I'm just randomly putting these in so they're in there. These are super cute. It's here. There we go. Maybe this one can go here. Nope, I would behead her if maybe this one here. I know this is super random stuff, but I often get stuff and it doesn't not fit my aesthetic because that's just BS. But sometimes I just don't stick it into my journals, and by just, you know, sticking it onto this Happy Mail spread, and I think, oh my God, isn't this the best? This one I want to keep for sure, and this is lovely too. This I think I will put into my regular sticker ephemera holder thingy-majig, because I want to use this when I WhatsApp call with my mom next time. Jessica. So if you sent me something and your name is not on this list, just trust me, I did not forget you on purpose. I just, you know, I don't have a good grip on my life right now. Oh, I was going to, I'm not sure. So now, do I hoard this? Or am I going to stick this in here as well? I should have put it here and then stuck this on top of it. But what I will do is I think I'm going to cut this off here. I don't even know what I'm talking about today. Oh, I already have an idea. I forgot to write about my hike up the mountain yesterday. That could be a thing that I do. Also, I already said it, today is my son's 16th birthday. And we went to an escape room, and I could also write about that. Maybe that's what I'm going to talk about down here. And then this Sunday is full. I think this is really doable for me. I also, because I did the convert over here, there wasn't enough space. And then I moved slowly over to this side. That's okay. I just dated this column right here, which is this weekly overview. Wow. Am I off screen? Off, out of frame? Who cares? And so I just redated this as the 9th. I might be dating more of these if that's something that I want to do, you know. I don't know. Oh no. Yeah. Was I cohesive? Probably not. I think I can wrap up this video right now. I'm very inspired not to journal actually, but to work on these swatchy things right there, because that sounds like a really cool idea. Those cards. I'm really inspired to work on those. So I probably have decided that I will do individual sets for each person because I can, right? Yes. Alrighty, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you hanging out with me, talking about every random shit that I throw at you. I'm so grateful for this community, and I couldn't be happier to hang out with you all the time. I miss hanging out with real people. See you soon. Bye.